Kind of on the home stretch here, and we're going to talk about more Agentforce, because I know you guys haven't gotten enough of it yet. Over 10 plus sessions at this point. So Tim and I are going to talk about marketing automation and how it relates to some different use cases in Agentforce. Tim's a marketing cloud champion, so we kind of set out to come up with some applications that could help the marketing cloud consultant do their job, which is a little bit unique compared to some of the more customer service or sales oriented demos that you may have seen so far. My name's Hunter Dunbar. I'm joined by Tim Zeiter. We both work for Cervelo. We're a wholly owned subsidiary of Kearney, which is based in Chicago. Tim and I are out here from New England. I'm from Massachusetts. Tim's from Vermont, so we're very happy to be out of the winter cold in sunny California. Although supposedly it's like 55 degrees in Massachusetts today, so to blow everybody. All right. We'll talk about a little bit of what we've been doing over the past 2 years, because I think that the story that Tim and I have probably resonates with a lot of people here, where your organization might have been doing some stuff with machine learning and data science. You had some ideas about AI, and then ChatGPT dropped, and all of a sudden it was all anybody wanted to talk about and all anybody wanted to focus on. And that's where we are today, right? And we're kind of at the logical extension of what happens when you build amazing generative AI solutions, and that's agents. And then we'll also talk about out-of-the-box features, marketing cloud growth. So Salesforce provides you with a set of agent functionality that works out of the box today with the marketing cloud growth product. And what we set out to do was extend that set of features and functionalities that it could apply to marketing cloud engagement, the exact target product. So you can talk to an agent and it'll integrate directly with marketing cloud. Okay, so our story over the past 2-ish years, when generative AI kind of burst onto kind of the Salesforce scene in the past 2 years, we immediately got to work integrating Salesforce with different generative AI tools. So we built completely customized applications, custom integrations with LLMs, trying to extract insights from call transcripts, totally custom solution. As time went on over the past year, when Prompt Builder got launched this time last year, we rebuilt that entire application with Prompt Builder and became like really big fans of Prompt Builder and started dabbling with Einstein Copilot at the time. Got into building RAG applications with Heroku PG Vector. Like, we've been really digging into this, and so when Agentforce officially launched in the last year, we really started digging into that as well, and started with service agents, and then decided there was a pretty logical transition to start focusing on what are some of the jobs to be done of the marketing cloud consultant, and how can we help alleviate their work effort through agents. So that's off the tip.
Yeah, thank you, Hunter. So let's talk about this fantastic marketing cloud growth and advanced functionality. So it enables your marketing organization, planning and execution by creating those custom briefs and campaigns. You can harness the power of flow and enable that AI content development. So really any marketing automation solution is at your fingertips. And then you can unlock those new audiences and really fine-tune your segments with clicks, not code. So we're going to take a look a little bit about the features and functionality. So first off, the main offering is the campaign agent, where anywhere in the Salesforce platform, just click on the link, the agent link, and just with a couple of keywords, the agent's off and running. So something as simple as create a campaign for our new retirement planning kit, and the agent is making all these assets will show here. So the first thing that it creates is a campaign brief. It'll determine those key segments, and also provide some messaging. So this would be great to pass off to your agency or your marketing partners so they have an understanding of what they're looking to do. It'll create that campaign, that container in the Salesforce environment where you're going to be dropping all your segments. You're going to be using that for analytics to understand how that campaign is performing. The agent creates a starter flow. So if you just need to send out a simple email, it's already there for you. Plus, you're able to harness the power of Flow Builder. Really, any marketing automation opportunity there is there for you to build. The agent creates a starter email, so builds that subject line and the body copy. And you get to use the agent tools to really edit that copy, to build it out, and really perfect that email template right on the Salesforce platform. And then the last part is the segmentation. So right in that campaign, with a couple of keywords, you can unlock those new audiences. You can really fine-tune those segments. So that's on Sales Cloud, that's using Agentforce. So, like Hunter said, we were wondering, what can we do about Marketing Cloud engagement? So, show of hands, how many people here use core Marketing Cloud? Right? Quite a few of us here. So that was the challenge we put to ourselves. What can Agentforce do to enable Marketing Cloud, those journey builders in Marketing Cloud engagement? So we, brought this solution to Hunter, this question to Hunter. Hunter's like, okay, so what features would you think that a journey builder would like for an agent? And then, can we push that agent to not only just create assets, but also take actions? And like we heard in that keynote yesterday, not just taking those reactive actions, but how about some proactive actions? All centered around this theme of how can we all start using Agentforce today, no matter where we are on the platform? So to understand all those different features, we had a couple of whiteboarding sessions, and we just threw down a list of all those amazing features and functionalities that we might use as a journey builder. So one-to-one personalized content under the content development swim lane. Could be personalized journey design under marketing automation, customer service, etc. And then we took every single one of those features and we plotted it on this graph. So looking at overall impact from low to high, and then difficult to easy, ease of implementation. And what really bubbled to the top was personalized journey builder. Thank you. Sorry. And so that was the reason why we created the journey agent. And then we wanted to add a couple more features to that as well. So advanced segmentation, one-to-one personalized content, and next best actions. So let's get right into this demo, and we'll go right into the agent and show you how it works. So we took a couple of steps because we don't have a lot of time today, and fast forward a little bit. So we're at the campaign stage. So campaign has been built. We're going to go to this agent, and here I'm just going to click in. Hold on one second. So just a simple question. Find all those contacts with a lifetime value of $1,000. A very simple segmentation use case for our demo, but we could spend an entire demo just on the segmentation functionality. So what this agent's doing is culling through all our Salesforce environment, going through all those contacts, maybe in Data Cloud, to find the segmentation. You can see they're appearing right here. So let me just add one more thing. So simple phrase of add these contacts to this campaign. We're already in this campaign. If you had built this in the agent structure for the full demo, you would need to write the confident retirement planning campaign. It's doing it for you. So now the agent's going through, taking action, dropping these contacts into the campaign. It's also going through, you can see in the description, we had a couple of different detailed points about the segmentation. It's pulling in those data points from Salesforce CRM records and also Data Cloud, something like different personas, if they might be different sort of level of intent. It might be a high ranking possible lead, maybe a low rank product that they might be looking to recommend, and then even sales and service follow-up for support. And now you can see that the agent has added them to the campaign, and we'll say yes, and it should be adding them to the journey. So now the agent is creating the journey in the Marketing Cloud environment. It's building all this in the Marketing Cloud environment. Like Hunter said, it is a separate platform within the Salesforce environment, and that journey has been created. So let's go over to the Marketing Cloud environment, and I'm just going to refresh our screen. So here we are in Journey Builder. I'm just going to refresh my screen, and we should see that journey pop up. So there's that journey. Here's that timestamp. It's 5:09 p.m. Let's click into that journey. And this is where we're talking about those reactive to proactive actions. So you can see on the start, you've got an email activity that's built. We'll walk through that email in a second. The second activity, the agent wants to know where this subscriber is in the journey. So it's passing that back into the Salesforce environment so it can be proactive to take next best steps. The agent also wants to know, how this subscriber is interacting with the journey itself. So you can see a couple of steps down. We've got this decision split where the agent is determining what's the field that's going to determine whether this person has responded or not. If they've responded, they're going to be moved off of the journey. The agent might move them to the salesperson for follow-up. If they haven't responded, the agent's going to create another email to try to get them to convert. Let's take a look at the email. Now this email was built from top to bottom, a fully built email by this agent. So in Marketing Cloud, the agent's using the typeface content block where you can build one-to-one personalized email images. It's using that persona to determine the tone and the voice of the text. Here's that next best product that the agent's deciding. It's also deciding the call to action. If it's someone who's interested in taking action right now, it might have a call to action button. If someone is just sort of shopping, maybe just a little bit more less of an action there. And then also the next best steps. I'm going to determine what's the best salesperson or the best service person for this person to follow up. And that agent may also reach out to that salesperson as well. So hopefully that gave you sort of an overview of those 4 key areas. So showing you that personalized journey created on a one-to-one basis by an agent. Showing that advanced segmentation. Wish we had more time to go over that. 3, that one-to-one personalized content, and number 4, those next best actions. So I'm going to pass it back over to Hunter to show you how he built this.
Cool. So you may have seen presentations on some of the underlying architecture that Agentforce agents are built upon. They all use React architecture, which is not the front-end framework. It's a different AI-specific architecture. And the concept is that the agent needs to be able to reason based on inputs and its environment. And it needs to be able to select a set of discrete actions that are available to it. And it will choose which actions to execute. And then those actions need to be able to actually do things. So it's not just returning text, it needs to be able to call a function. And so the thinking and acting portion of this is what you set up in Agentforce. That's when you're defining a topic and you're adding instructions and you're telling the agent how it should function. That effort on this particular project was pretty minimal for us. There was definitely some iteration in refining the sets of instructions and refining which topic we need to make sure is getting called. I think the larger work effort here was integrating with Marketing Cloud, but kind of laid it out here. What are the different agent actions that we had to build as part of this? And so you saw Tim did a query of the database. He said find all contacts with a lifetime value greater than 1,000. That's that first that first topic or agent action there. We skipped initializing a campaign, we skipped adding a campaign, but that add campaign members action there, that was something that Tim added, and all he did is he wrote a line that said, can you add these contacts to a campaign? The agent was context aware to know that it was on that confident retirement planning campaign, and it was able to find the relevant contacts and add them as campaign members. That in and of itself, not that complicated, it's just a simple DML operation to the database. But we were adding those contacts to a flow, and then running that flow through a set of different actions. So the first thing was we're calling a prompt builder to personalize create a personalized email for each of the contacts. Then we're taking all of those contacts and we're adding them as campaign members. We're stamping the campaign member with that personalized email, so then that can create a personalized email in Marketing Cloud. Maybe not the best way to architect this from a data perspective, but for demo purposes, works well to tell the story of how you can create a hyper-personalized email really quickly. The agent is then going to provide a response message based on what we tell it in our flow. That'll go back up to the agent, and it's going to give a response to the user who's interacting with the agent. And this last step here is, I think Tim said, add these campaign members to create a journey in Marketing Cloud. And so the agent is able to react to the information it has, and it reasons I should add a journey, and I should add the journey for this specific campaign, and make sure that these campaign members get added to that journey. And so what that's doing is it's, again, calling a flow. That flow is calling Apex, and Apex is creating the journey. So let's do a walkthrough of some kind of relevant parts of the code here. We created a Marketing Cloud service. I'll show some of the code for that in a second. It's just doing a set of callouts. So it's making a call out to the event definitions endpoint in Marketing Cloud. That's creating the entry event that is going to add relevant campaign members for our journey. Then we're actually creating the journey that goes against the interactions endpoint. And the last step is we actually activate that journey. And Tim flashed this earlier, but I want to just kind of call out the way that our code works is we initialize Apex objects, and then each of those Apex objects relates to an individual node in the journey. So you can see that first one there, SFMC email activity, that relates to the first campaign email node. There's a Sales Cloud activity, which is where we're updating campaign member statuses to send. There's a wait by duration activity. And this is kind of how we lay it out in the code. I'm not going to do a super detailed walkthrough of this, but Tim and I are happy to, meet with people afterwards and go in more depth into how we did this. But conceptually, you can get an idea of how you could make this create an even more interactive agent. All right, so our last step is we're doing the payload construction. So we take all those Apex objects and we're going to add them to a campaign journey. That campaign journey is going to be passed to our API service, which I mentioned earlier. And we're going to post that payload serialized into JSON to Marketing Cloud. And Marketing Cloud is going to give us a response saying, yes, this was successful, this was not successful. All right, so covered a lot of different things. Covered Marketing Cloud growth, some of the out-of-the-box features and functionality you have with that product. Talked about how you can customize Agentforce to make it interact with custom APIs, so actually creating integrations that can take the abilities of the agent and extend them beyond Salesforce core. And then talk through some of the integration code and features and functionality that we built into that code. Tim and I will be hanging out here for a little bit. If anybody has any questions, happy to talk to you. And really, really appreciate everybody coming today. Thank you so much.